Well, we all know Netflix knows its action after seeing Six Underground earlier this year. And now, they did it again. God damn it, did they do it again. They got Thor himself, Cripps Hemsworth. He's going to Bangladesh. He's going to beat up a bunch of people, even kids.
Did you just say
and
Cripps
he
Hemsworth?
is going... What?
You totally said Cripps.
Yeah, I said Cripps Hemsworth. So join us for our review of Extraction in a Gang War Cripps vs. Bloods edition of the review.
Hey, welcome everybody to the Review, a show where two small-town dudes, and today many guests give us our big dumb opinions. I am Troy to the Max Extreme.
Hey, I'm JG3K!
And we are being joined by none other than the one, the only Dinosaur Neil.
Me only.
Nope, he's not here. All right.
Yeah, Neil left.
I'm here.
And we are also being joined by C Danger herself. Strapped herself into the chair number 2 over here.
Yep, buckled up, baby.
Fired up mic 2. We're ready. We're hot. We're live.
Hot mic.
We're doing it.
Cripps versus Bloods.
Do it live.
Doing it live. Fuck it.
Okay.
Damn it.
So yeah, today we are going over Extraction, Netflix's new hot property.
Is it hot?
We'll see
Yes.
at the top of the
my
hour.
God.
Never heard of it.
Have you seen Cripps Hemsworth?
No one is going to get why that's so. It just is so
It's
funny.
all on tape. It is
Oh my
funny.
God,
It
so
is
funny.
good. We're getting that top of the hour. But first,
Oh my
you
God.
are dying of laughter. over
Sorry,
here.
it's the box screen. I've only heard your jokes for like the past 8 weeks.
Yeah, they
Cripps
suck.
really hit hard.
If I didn't, all I needed to do was make a Cripps joke, and I would have just killed and slayed. But instead, I'm over here.
There's
doing
one thing you can learn about Troy over 8 weeks is that he's not funny.
Yeah. Boy, has that been apparent over these last few weeks.
Boy, is he good at cutting himself and going to the hospital.
Yeah,
though.
knives seem to happen to just always be dangling and falling on his body
didn't
parts.
go to the hospital this last time.
Thought I was gonna have to take you.
but
What'd you do this time?
Why
Cut
did
his
this even have
G-damn
to be?
finger again. He cut a slice, like a whole chunk of skin on one of his fingers, and was just like, "Can you come in here and help me with this?" And I thought he meant dinner. I thought he just casually meant like help me with dinner, and it comes in and he's just bleeding in the sink openly, and had me like bandage his hand up
Oh my God.
with tape, medical
So
tape.
I was dicing onions because we were having tacos on Cinco de Mayo, and I was getting a little verklempt because the onions were in my eyes. And I come down with a very sharp knife, which I resharpened before the onion, and I sliced a good lopped
Oh
portion
God,
of my
it makes me
thumb
wanna
off.
vomit just thinking
Oh
of it.
my.
So I had to put that flap of skin back on top.
Yes, he's like, just put pressure right here. As he bleeds through every bit of padding I put on it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. Good news is
He'll live.
I'll live. Bad
good.
news
Okay.
is I won't live very long. No. It's on there. It's hanging on there
He's hanging on by a thread.
by a literal thread. But it's doing good.
And then you almost dropped another knife on your foot today. Like I watched a bread knife fall and dance around your foot, and you were just like, "Ugh!" Like if that goes in, I swear to God, just cut it off.
That was a bread knife. So I would have needed
Troy,
a
you've
little...
lost feet privileges. No more feet for you.
And it's always his bad foot. It's like cursed, like a gypsy curse on his little gimpy foot.
That one was at least serrated, so it would have to have a sawing motion for it to go through
I'm
anything.
about ready.
You're about ready to saw my foot off?
Misery style.
Carrie Uwa's style?
Just gonna Dr. Gordon yourself in the frickin' kitchen.
Anyway, hey, let's get into some hot news of the week, right? Huh? Anyone have some hot
I want it.
Oh my god, Joel, you're eating that mite.
I want it.
God.
Hey, anybody aware of this new thing called the Fury Files coming to Disney Plus?
No, but I feel like
No.
we're about to be.
Well, it's coming May 15th, very soon, if people are interested. It's going to be an animated thing. And Nick Fury kind of just talking about things. I don't know what it's really all about.
So just Samuel L. Jackson as a cartoon.
Yes. Yes. I don't know if he's voicing it or not, but this is a thing that's going to happen. And so check it out on Disney Plus May 15th. You almost want to get up and leave the room at this point.
No, I was laughing to the side.
You're laughing about Cripps still. Got it.
I gotta say, I recently just acquired Disney Plus because I forgot to renew my Netflix subscription.
Netflix.
So I got Disney Plus instead. Kind of disappointed with the amount of content that's on it. Not much.
Yeah. Yeah, for adults, it's like kind of piss. Did you watch all the Jeff Goldblum episodes? Where he's just like a weird, like hard to believe he's a real human type man just exploring topics.
There's a Jeff Goldblum show on it.
Yeah.
God, Neil.
Oh my God, Neil!
I just got it. I just got it.
Where the fuck?
Apparently, you haven't been looking at all of the content on there, Neil.
Yeah.
Clearly.
No, I saw there's like 1 million Homeward Bounds on there, and that's about it.
They just tailored it to you just to piss you off.
I'm in the camp that Disney Plus is its own like animal, and I don't even know if it really needs its own content so much as like all of the previous
All of the rest of its content
that Disney and its subsidiaries have acquired throughout the years. But
just like an expensive filing cabinet.
not even that expensive. It's like $6 or whatever it is. But
for me and Molly personally, it's just worth having all of the Simpsons on there.
Yeah, that's true.
I looked for the Hank Scorpio episode, couldn't find it, so I haven't watched it yet.
it's like in season 9 or something like that. I just watched it not that long ago.
I'm checking it out again then.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
And The Mandalorian. Did you watch The Mandalorian?
I have watched that.
Okay,
Yes.
so you've seen that. That's good.
Yep. I agree.
The Rocketeer is on there.
Oh.
Condor Man is inexplicably not on there.
Oh, shoot. I bet
Jesus.
you're so let
You were
down.
dwelling on this Condor Man.
It's a Disney show.
It is. It is. But Rescuers Down Under is on there.
That's
so
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that was like the first Disney movie I remember ever watching.
Really?
Chelsea
Yeah.
has it out for the Rescuer. She doesn't
No,
like
I don't. I like it.
You
I
don't like him.
No, I like the one where they are in the restaurant. Where I think it's the second one where they're like up in the chandelier and it's a fancy restaurant.
yeah.
It starts like that.
And then
That's the one I like.
and like a pea rolls on the floor, and then
Yeah.
a cricket's like, pea soup, and then he gets pea
Yeah,
soup going.
that's the one I like. I
and
don't hate it.
John Candy is an albatross. It's
Right.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
see,
yeah.
That one I like.
And Joanna the Goanna.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Joanna!
Those are my eggs.
Those are my eggs.
We take away a lot of odd things from things. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
Hey there, boys. Speaking of Disney, Hercules, the animated feature, is now getting a live-action remake through Disney Studios.
Okay. You should see how just horny over Hercules he is over here.
I really like Hercules, and screw anybody who doesn't.
He is like nasty horny for Hercules.
Oh my god.
Dude, I love the music in Hercules.
Have you seen Meg though? Oh my god.
She seems like such a downer bitch though.
She kind of is. But Hercules is really good.
Yeah. It's a good one. I would fight anyone who doesn't like it.
Well, prepare
How about Hercules?
Oil up,
Would you
buddy.
fight him?
What if Hercules hated his own movie?
Oh shit. Well, I'm probably fucked, but
Just whips your ass.
I really like it. And there's been a lot of debate over Twitter lately who should play what character now. everybody unanimous that Danny DeVito just come back and play. Play Phil. Yeah.
But instead of hooves, he has troll feet.
I say just get Kevin Sorbo back for Hercules.
Oh my.
Old ass Kevin Sorbo.
With his little paleolus.
Yes.
Then just finds a way to fit like Trump propaganda into all of his.
Also finds a way to say disappointed.
But yeah, it's got great music. Great music. The like sassy, jazzy soul numbers that are done by the Fates. Oh my god.
Muses.
Yeah.
The muses.
Yeah, the muses.
I think the casting of those muses makes or breaks that entire movie.
Same.
Because they drive that whole plot. It's great.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even want them to, like, if they were to recast them, because I think most of the original singers from Hercules are still up and going, like, meaning not dead. So, like, I don't see why they couldn't just use them again, but if they were to get, like, pop stars in there, like Lizzo or Beyonce or whoever.
I like that
my
Lizzo
God.
was the first person you thought of.
Well, I just saw that
yeah.
said on Twitter a bunch of times.
Oh, Lizzo be eating.
So, like, I don't want them to, like, take a ton of liberties with the music already that's already great. I don't need them, like, riffing and doing a bunch of nonsense.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
riffing.
Just do it as it's written.
That's a gospel truth right there.
Do it.
But who would you guys cast as a Hercules if you needed to? Because I saw a few of them that I think were pretty good. And
Is it a young man or like a grown-up man? Like, are we talking like more younger?
Like
Because in the movie,
30s,
he's
like
pretty
someone
young.
maybe in their late 20s or 30s.
he's
okay.
young in the movie.
Yeah, he almost seems like a teenager in the movie, like 18.
Well, probably so, but that wouldn't make really much difference, I guess. You can always age him down a little bit with like CG and stuff, or make him look younger. But it is from like when he's like a baby up through like when he's like
I feel
24.
like Hemsworth, he's like an option.
See, I think Chris Pratt would be a good
I
Hercules.
think he's too old.
So is Chris Hemsworth. so is Cripps Hemsworth.
I'm thinking a guy by the name of Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Oh my god.
Who is that?
Trips?
Triple H.
No,
Oh, Trips. Trips would rock that role in a heartbeat.
Trips v. Cripps. Fight
Yep.
to the Hercules.
Triple H. Yep.
Triple H.
I don't know. Zac Efron, maybe.
Yeah, Zac Efron would be
He's
good
like
too.
ripped.
I actually kind of like that.
And he's like I actually really like him as an actor now. Like, I think he's pretty funny.
I think he's gotten way better
Yeah.
since he
And
was.
he's kind of good to look at.
He's a good
And he
looking.
can already sing.
That's true.
Right. Oh my god, did
This
I
is
just
true.
win this?
Oh my goodness.
Is there anybody else?
I don't know. Does Hercules sing that much in Hercules?
He does have like go the distance song, which is really good.
Oh, that's true.
But that's about the only thing. But then you have like James Woods, who did a great Hades, but now is a troublesome actor.
Yeah, he's troublesome politically.
Oh yeah.
Everybody fucking hates him, but like your family on Facebook.
Oh yeah, they.
Oh,
definitely find
God,
James
no.
Woods.
Who would play Meg? I've seen a lot of things thrown around about Meg for like Ariana Grande. People really want
Oh no.
that they think she already has the look. She just looks like Meg, and I'm like, no. She's gonna riff too much and do doe eyes.
Yeah, I don't know who I'd pick for that.
I don't either. There was a name that everybody was throwing around on Twitter, but I wasn't familiar with who
Kat
it was.
Denning.
Kat
Denning, all right.
Kat Denning.
Scarlett Johansson can play a tree, so she could play anybody.
Hey, moving on from Hercules, let's get this show rolling, huh? We got one more Disney property, Star Wars, the newest edition of Episode 9, now on Disney+. That brought on more news on May the 4th. that Taika Waititi is going to be directing a Star Wars movie. And people are excited.
I got it. Zendaya.
Good.
Zendaya would be a fucking awesome Meg.
Zendaya? Yeah, sure.
She's fucking awesome.
Like that.
She was really good
Yeah,
in that
Zendaya
HBO
was good.
show.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys. That's it.
Very good.
What's Zendaya in Star Wars, too?
Oh,
God.
fuck yeah.
Why not? Get her to
Fucking
direct some
right.
Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Puts and die and everything.
Hey, have you guys seen that HBO show she was in? I can't remember the name now that I'm thinking about it, but it was really good.
Euphoria.
Yeah. Parts of
Yeah,
it.
Molly really likes it.
It's intense, but I mean, she's got some acting chops on her. I give you that, boys.
Yeah, I don't think you guys should watch Euphoria because it'd make you be like, oh,
No, I've seen it, Joel.
Is this what like high school kids are like now?
I feel like high school
Oh,
kids were
boy.
like that when we were in school.
Just what, horny?
Yeah, nasty, horny.
Like kids, like people don't know kids are horny. Come on.
Wait.
It's not even horny. It's like
Quit saying
drugs.
kids
Like
are horny.
almost every kid in it takes drugs.
Oh God. Anyway, Taika Waititi is directing Star Wars. How about that?
I think that's
I like
awesome.
that.
He's
How
funny.
many episodes of The Mandalorian did he direct? Just the one?
I think just that last episode.
Yeah.
But it was really well received, and the humor was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It had the best humor in that episode.
I just saw that Robert Rodriguez directed an episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian. So hopefully it's high octane adventure.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, yeah.
When does that drop? Season 2?
It's gotta be all in post by now, but
I didn't know. If
I
they had,
thought
like, a
maybe
date.
they were gonna try later this year. They're gonna try to fast track it, but who knows with the COVID out there, what's going on. But
Yeah, because they're feeding off it right now by putting out that like gallery show where they're just talking about the making of season 1.
yeah, I kind of wanted to check it out, but I haven't because I've been just watching friggin' whatever
baby shows.
baby shows, whatever Macy wants to watch. Also on Disney Plus, mostly.
Yep.
Hey guys, let's jump from Disney to something else. Netflix. We're going to be talking about it tonight with Extraction. But we're going to be talking about a little bit about Bright 2. How about that?
Oh.
Where
Where do you get this lineup of shit?
I
Bright
get it
2?
from the shit websites I look at.
Oh my god, man!
We
We love shit.
we we reviewed Bright 1 on here. I also did a review with Neil, your podcast credits due, on your show as well.
Sure did.
So you can check those out. But Bright 2, still in the works. Will Smith is a pretty busy boy. And apparently,
Big
so is David Ayer. He's so busy, in fact, that he's not going to be directing Bright 2. Louis Leterrier is going to be directing...
Louis
Oh.
Leterrier.
What did he direct other than The Hulk?
Bright 2.
Bright 2.
Oh.
He also... I just looked this up. Damn it.
Oh god, I've been wondering what that old cat's been up to.
Oh, he did the Transporter movies.
Classic.
Now
Oh,
you
he did
now you
Clash of
see me,
Titans. Get
Clash
outta
of
here.
Titans. Like, so the Transporter movies were the only things that I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
don't really hate the Incredible Hulk. It's just kind of ho-hum. He was probably
Yeah.
under the thumb of Marvel at the time. But
Right.
I don't hate it. But like anything after that, I really don't like so much. I don't mind the look of it. Like Now You See Me, I've seen it. And it looks good, but as a movie, it's just kind of blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just like Jello.
But like, so hear me out. I don't think the idea of Bright is a terrible idea. But I
No.
didn't like David Ayer's take on it. And since I've seen just the same shit from David Ayer throughout his whole career, and so I'd like to see somebody else's take on Bright. And I'd also like to see it not also being written by Max Landis, which
I was
this
actually going to ask if he was going to be a part of it.
no, he's
Hopefully
not. No, somebody else is taking the reins and writing it as well. So it's a
Well,
whole
I just watched Onward, so that type
Oh.
of movie can be done well.
Yeah, Onward was awesome.
Yeah.
Or as Macy calls it,
Yeah, Onward's
offward.
good.
Offward, yeah.
Mom, it's offward.
Yeah.
That was an awesome. Yeah, I love that. That movie is really good.
Yeah,
The only thing I thought was weird was just the pair of pants that walked around in that movie the whole time.
It could be a Dockers movie for all I know. Just straight up product placement, but yeah, that I slept on Onward for a little bit and didn't really want to see it, and then I did, and I thought it was really good.
I think you cried.
The ending is very sad.
Yes, it is. I cried.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's
Oh
in
my
true
God, it's
Pixar
like-
fashion.
Making my heart hurt. Just
Yeah.
thinking about it.
It's a great ending.
God bless it.
My goodness. So anyway, there you go. Bright 2, directed by Louis Leterrier, replacing David Ayer. Last bit of news I got, boys. Mortal Kombat 11
Ugh.
getting some DLC.
Oh my god, yeah.
Actually, it has its own subtitle, Mortal Kombat. What is it? What did I write down here?
It's like Aftermath, isn't
Aftermath.
Oh, I
Wait,
thought I
is
wrote
it a video
afternoon.
game? Yeah, it's a video game. It's not a movie.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, and it's a full-on separate story, or not separate story, but an ongoing story after the events of Mortal Kombat 11, and it's got new characters added to it.
I know one of them.
Oh my god, it's got Fujin coming back from Mortal Kombat 4.
Oh yeah.
It's got Shiva,
Shiva. Yeah.
and also RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Oh, dude. I lost my shit when I saw that RoboCop's in this.
Hell yeah.
I am pumped.
Now, I haven't yet to play Mortal Kombat 11. I might pick it up during my quarantine here just to play it a little bit.
Not in front of those kids. I've seen the graphics they put in there. You kidding me right now?
Well, even just to have it.
Is you rip a spine out in front of our 3-year-old daughter?
Oh, she'd love it.
No. No.
But yeah, I'm down for some RoboCop.
Oh my god.
Give it all to me. You know what I mean?
I saw like for one of the screenshots they were hinting that one of the fatalities is the fucking rod that comes out of his wrist.
Oh yeah.
I hope one is just he shoots his dick.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
Yes.
Also, what they're bringing back in Aftermath too are friendships, which should be fun.
Wow.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I saw.
That's awesome.
I saw a
What
few.
does that even mean? Friendships? Like they're just friends? Like it's a buddy cop
Instead
duo?
of doing fatalities, it's like a. Well, I think they started doing friendships in like just to make fun of the ESRB, more or less, when it started, because they rated them like a very mature game when it came out, and so like, okay, we're gonna do this funny shit where instead they do like really fluffy, light, fun stuff. And it's like a few of them I saw for this is like Scorpion goes, "Get over here," and then like pulls over a huge teddy bear and hugs it.
Ugh.
And then like Kano lights a grill with his laser eye and then like cooks meat for everybody.
Oh, great.
That's awesome.
I saw one more too. They're all great. Like I totally forgot about the friendships, but I would love to see more of those now. And I think there's going to be just like skins updates or whatever for the last thing. But yeah, I'm excited about Mortal Kombat Aftermath. Looks great.
Know it.
And the last bit of news I got is actually more video game news. Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be coming out soon. I don't know how soon. In lieu of not having E3 this year, pretty soon they're going to have like just a junket all about Cyberpunk 2077. But one thing that came out recently is that you can actually custom create your character in that. And you can get down to the details so much as that you get to choose what your genitalia looks like. That's how detailed it is.
That one have 7 balls.
Like with
That's
length,
amazing.
hair.
I don't know
hair.
how detailed you can make this.
So the only
Multicolored.
other game I know that went this direction was this like Conan game that came out where you could actually increase or
What?
decrease the size of your penis.
A Conan game?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It came out like maybe
Where do
3
you
or
find
4
that?
years ago.
Really?
Yeah, check it out sometime.
Yeah, it sounds like a fun activity on a date night.
Yep. Want to make this penis big, hun? Yeah, let's do it.
Bigger.
No, smaller.
Give him a rockin' hog.
Yeah. Oh my god, you guys say hog. Troy's always talking about somebody riding a hog.
Oh man.
It's
Yeah.
so graphic. It's just upsetting. Sorry.
Yeah. I guess I'm always talking about riding hog. You bet. Riding high on the hog.
Oh boy.
But
Tower of Power.
that's the last bit of news I
Tower
got.
of Power.
That's it.
I got some more wrestling news. I know Chelsea's always clamoring for more wrestling news.
Oh, I'm clamoring for it. Give it to me, boy.
Apparently, in lieu of Roman Reigns pulling out of WrestleMania, WWE has edited Roman Reigns out of really weird things in different things they've been doing lately, including there's a WrestleMania replay on the USA Network, and when Seth Rollins cashes in his Money in the Bank, they don't even show him pinning Roman Reigns. They just show him show up and then win the title.
Why? What is going on? Why are they shitting on Roman Reigns? Why are they shitting
Because he
down his
pulled out of
throat?
He pulled out of WrestleMania because he has leukemia and didn't want to risk his health. And ever since then, they've just been like randomly editing him out of stuff that
What
they
a bag of dicks.
that like
God.
yeah, like
Seriously.
WWE's been like putting out stuff, and like I think they even like put out a press release saying they were editing Roman Reigns out of things for an undisclosed reason.
Yeah, well,
That's
Vince, that's a low blow.
That's some horseshit if he's like generally like worried about his health. and
Yeah.
like
That the only people they've like done that to is a guy who's worried about his health and a guy who murdered his family and himself.
Holy shit.
I know.
God,
That's
Vince
fucked
McMahon
up,
is just
isn't
like
it?
brutal.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
Hey, maybe this means
every story here coming out of like the WWE camp sounds like Vince McMahon is slowly losing his mind.
he is kind of crazy. Maybe his secret son Simon, lady man hair in the front row, will finally get his chance in the ring.
Oh my god.
We all
With
know
Reigns
his
out of
secret
the
son
way.
is Hornswoggle.
No, his secret son is totally. I'm convinced that there's no way that guy gets those front row hard cam seats all the time with his witch hair mom. If he wasn't actually, there's something going on. Like he has got to be Vince McMahon's like love child.
There's plenty of people that are
Arnold
always
had one
in
with his nanny.
hard
Or-
cam that aren't
cleaner.
Vince McMahon's illegitimate children.
He is in at like every single show.
Chelsea, it's wrestling. Everyone there's strange.
I'm telling you, there's something. There's something to it. There's like whole threads out on the internet. I've looked into this theory. I'm not the only one who thinks this.
And you never liked the answer that his dad's part of the ring crew.
No, one person on one Reddit thread said his dad might be a part of the like crew, and I don't believe that shit. His dad.
Oh, you
is
want a
Vince
more
McMahon.
fantastic story that he's an illegitimate
Every
son
single
of Vince
time he's in the
McMahon.
hard cam, front row seats.
This
Okay,
is what
we'll
makes
table this.
pay-per-views so uncomfortable to watch with you.
I'm just telling you, there's something going on, man. And when I'm right, you're just gonna all eat shit.
When you're right, I will literally eat human shit.
Please,
But I am
God.
not worried. I am not worried about that ever happening. That's how
God damn it.
confident I am. I will take a turd out of the toilet and a bite right out of it
Jesus Christ.
if that is true.
God, why would you offer?
Mark my words.
God.
You guys heard it here. He's gonna dig some shit out of the toilet. Probably his own shit.
I'll dig my own shit out of the toilet.
He's officially gone nuts.
God, this quarantine's got
Want to
me.
get nuts?
Want to get nuts?
Let's get turds.
Let's get turds. I got some Sylvester Stallone news. He said in a recent interview that Demolition Man 2 is in the works.
Oh my god. Oh, didn't he like say that during an interview, like just nonchalantly?
Yeah.
We're working
It's
on
happening.
Demolition Man
It's
2.
happening.
And I also ate like an egg salad sandwich today.
But yeah, I'm still bummed you haven't watched Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Never even heard of it.
Come on. Never even heard of it.
My God.
I've never heard
I mean,
of it.
I say
sorry.
I
I'm
haven't.
being honest.
I say I haven't seen things a lot. Never heard of it.
All right, I'll start lying to the people.
What the fuck is your problem?
I'll dial down the honesty.
Yeah.
Ew.
I guess I'm excited about it. I mean, I haven't seen the first one, so
Woo.
bring on the second one.
Yeah.
Bring
We'll
on
have to watch the first one sometime then.
bring on old Stallone.
Yeah. Get some old Stallone
Wrinkly
and Demolition
bald
Man.
Stallone.
Right.
Has anyone seen like the newest Rambo yet?
The one where he's
No.
in Vietnam?
I heard it's offensive as shit.
I saw it was on Prime, so I might check it out.
There's a new one besides the Vietnam one?
Yeah, there's a newer
Yeah.
one after.
Oh.
He like Home Alone's his farm for a bunch of Mexican terrorists.
Oh my god, that does sound offensive.
What
I'm just picturing it.
the Mexican part? What is so offensive about Mexican?
Shut up, Michael Scott.
That's like one of my favorite parts of the show. Is there any less offensive term than Mexican? Why is that?
Jesus.
Why is that offensive, Michael?
That's why I love you.
Troy, I got some Game of Thrones news. I know you love these.
All right, I'm gonna
really,
get up and
really
go somewhere
hitting
else.
us with great stuff. Neil's just silent. He's just logged off.
Yeah. Let's hear this news.
Hafthor Bjornsson, if you don't know who he is, he was the Mountain in Game of Thrones. Just set the world record for
Oh.
deadlift.
I did see this.
Man,
He deadlifted 1,104 pounds.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah. Doesn't seem like that should be humanly possible.
My
Strong
God,
boy.
that guy's a big boy.
Big boy.
Yeah.
1,100
Pretty much
pounds.
And it's seriously like a car. It's like a Fiat.
Yeah.
I think a Fiat's more than 1,100 pounds, but
Have you seen them? They're like clown cars. A smart car. Are you happy?
I am
that's
never
funny.
happy.
It seems like I feel like people listening will be like super sad hearing us laugh at your lack of happiness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I got something that'll make you happy.
Oh God.
Tiger King. We talked about Tiger King a while ago. There's already a series set in motion,
Oh yeah.
and they've casted Joe Exotic.
Oh, it's one of my most hated actors, but I will totally watch it.
Oh, you mean one of the best actors
No,
ever?
never, ever would I say he's one of the best actors ever.
One of
has a
the
haunting
greatest
face.
thespians in film history.
No, never ever. The only movie he's good in is a Disney movie that I think is okay.
What, National Treasure?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey man, don't sleep on National Treasure.
It's-
I think those are pretty okay.
It's like shockingly
Okay.
fun to watch.
Good.
Okay?
Anyways,
Sorry, it's
it's
not
Nicolas Cage.
Face Off.
Nicolas Cage is playing Joe Exotic.
God.
It's a
Damn
good
it.
choice.
It
Is
is.
I wanted Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe would
Wow.
be
Whoa.
funny.
No, seriously, have you guys seen the pictures of Rob Lowe dressed up as Tiger King? And it's like shocking how awesome he looks as Tiger King.
Honestly, I was shooting for like a Sam Rockwell because I think he would do a good.
he would be
Joe
really
Exotic.
Oh my God.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Who's the
You
other
do a
one?
dance.
Who's the one married to Kristen Bell? Dax Shepard.
Dax Shepard.
Yeah, he
Yeah, not bad,
he
not
actually
bad.
threw his name in the ring. Like he straight up wanted it.
Yeah, but anything Dax Shepard puts his name on takes a shit.
Yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen
Oh,
some
God.
shit.
Yeah, there's some really shitty Dax Shepard movies out there.
Oh my God, I'm looking up Rob Lowe as Tiger King. You guys have to look it up. It's pretty great. Like he's such a beautiful
Put it up on the
man,
thing.
but like his picture, like his expression is so funny. I'm gonna screenshot.
Yeah,
it and send
okay,
it to you
that's
guys.
actually pretty good.
Have you looked it up?
Yes.
It's so good. Like I want that to happen. It's like someone
He
that
looks-
beautiful shouldn't be that convincing.
He looks creepier than Joe Exotic. It's bizarre.
True, but I feel like it would be such a great role for him.
Oh my God.
What else is he doing, right? Nothing.
Yeah, he's just in quarantine looking beautiful, doing Parks and Rec.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't seen that episode yet. Is it good?
I might bring it up later.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
worth a watch. Give it a little credit for the fact that they had to record from their houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, it does look creepy as shit.
Right? I think he would be an amazing.
Oh, we're just
Tiger
looking up
King.
Rob Lowe pics right
Seriously.
now? Is that what we're doing?
Look,
He looks like a
everyone.
drag
listening to this,
queen.
It's so fucking good though. I want him. I found that weeks ago, and I showed Troy. I'm like, this is gonna blow your mind. Guess who this is? Rob Lowe.
He looks like if Joe Exotic was the Joker.
Oh. Well, I know that they when we first watched Tiger King, that I was reading an article, they had already put into production or started writing a show where she's from SNL. Why can I not? Kate McKinnon is going to be Carol Baskin, and that was before the documentary ever aired on Netflix. They had already started writing, putting that in production. So is that the same show?
Carol fucking Baskin.
Is it Kate McKinnon and fuckhead? What's his name? That's the mom wine
Nicolas
talking.
Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Is that the same production, or is it like two different things?
I think it's two different things. Oh, because I think they were going to try and make a movie. I remember hearing that they were going to make a movie before this documentary even came
And I know
out,
for
and
sure
then Kate
she's in a
McKinnon
show.
was in there to be Carol Baskin, but I think the movie got scrapped.
Yeah, I heard she was going to be on a show, but I don't know what it was for. It's interesting stuff, boys.
Everyone wants that Tiger King money.
Yeah, I know. Tiger blood.
Tiger Blood.
Oh my god, who
Get
are
back
we
Charlie
saying?
Sheen.
Who is that Doc guy in it? Who the sex lord, whatever, Tiger Master? Who are we saying should be Doc Antle? Oh my god, we had somebody really good, and I can't think of it.
Oh,
fuck.
We said Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah,
if he was
alive, R.I.P.
Oh yeah, he would have been perfect.
Oh my
As
god,
Doc Antle.
he would have been too creepy, perfect, uncomfortable. But yeah, there was somebody else too that we said. We just spent we were eating pancakes one morning, just talking about who we would cast in Tiger King, while the kids were just running around like crazy people. Quarantine.
Fair enough.
What else you got there, JT?
Oh yes, well, the Kids' Choice Awards took place via internet or something because they
watch
can't
it?
have award shows.
Did you watch all of it?
I watched it. I loved it. But no, I got some
Gross.
of the results, and I always love bringing them up because then I make you guys say what you think the winners were.
Oh, what a fun segment.
Isn't it fun?
It's pretty fun.
Guys,
not
we're
gonna
having
lie.
fun here.
You'll have
I
fun.
love having fun.
We'll see.
Hit it.
All right. Favorite family TV show. They don't have any of the fucking
Modern Housewife.
categories. Yeah, Modern Housewife. That's right. No, it's Stranger Things. God damn, they don't have any of the fucking categories up. Never mind. This isn't as fun as I thought it'd be.
Damn it. You get us all amped up and then you don't deliver.
Get out of here.
God.
You're all about the money
favorite
shot.
family TV show is Stranger
Tease.
Things. Favorite TV host is Ellen DeGeneres for Ellen's Game of Games.
Still never seen that. I never will.
Favorite movie is Avengers Endgame. Yeah, this sucks. Guys, cut this.
God.
Edit this out, Troy.
I'm not. I'm just gonna make it
Keep
show
your
the loser
failure.
like you are.
God.
Jesus.
And, yeah, that's all my news.
All right, perfect. Well, that brings us right into a segment we call It's Done. You know it's done.
Fucking done.
We've
Oh my
seen-
god, is it what? It's done.
It's done. The footage is out there. Put out the movie. What else you gotta do? Theaters aren't open. Put it out. It's done.
Yeah. We need more content.
Guys, I don't have any movie trailers or anything. I do have a video game trailer, though.
That's probably the one I'm going to bring up.
JT, you
I
got
heard this was coming out, but I did not see it yet.
you got
But
any?
I have 2 TV show trailers.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, why don't I just jump in and get this video game one out of the way?
Do it.
Besides the Mortal Kombat 11 one that came out, there's also the Last of Us 2 trailer came out. Neil, is this the one you were talking about?
He is.
I haven't played The Last of Us in a long time. Really love the game, but didn't Joel die at the end of that?
No.
No, I don't think no. Because he just because the whole thing was all right. Spoiler for Last of Us. Is like, he like saves Ellie to be like his new daughter.
Okay, I thought he died at the very end, and Ellie went on to that town without him. Okay. Anyway, Last of Us 2 looks great. I was confused on why Joel was in it at first because I thought he was dead, but apparently I've been proven wrong. He's alive. I am excited about this. And it's coming out in like a month as well.
Yeah. Pretty soon. Yeah.
In
June, yeah.
I am super excited. It looks like way grittier than the first one.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like the first one, it made a big deal about that like disease that turned people into these walking fungus, pretty much. And that still looks like it's an aspect of the second one, but like there's also like human stuff that people are fighting against in a little bit in the first one. That looks like a big part of the second one, which makes it even more like, oh my god, like even more like real and gritty, and it looks awesome. Like,
oh my god,
The Last of Us was one of the best games that come out in the last few years.
Yeah, like I feel like the missions in Last of Us where you deal with like people are way more fun than the ones where you deal with like the zombies and shit.
Yeah, well, they're way more engrossing. Like, yeah, zombies are zombies, yeah, whatever, and they're creepy, but like still, when it's like people on the edge of their, on the like the end of their rope, also trying to survive like you, and there's just like a clash of needs. I think that's awesome, and I can't wait for Last of Us 2 to come out. Regardless if I get to play it,
I can't wait.
Yeah, regardless if I get to play it right away or not, I'm still gonna buy it early and see if I can get to it and stay up late and play it or whatever. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah, same. Looks great. Super pumped for it.
Mm-hmm. I guess there were leaks for it. I don't know.
Yeah, look out for leaks if you're like interested in it at all. Like, guess a bunch of plot points leaked. So like, if you're not interested, don't go looking, or like mute words on Twitter and stuff. I haven't seen anything, but
neither have I.
Yeah, be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, but yeah, Last of Us 2 coming out next month. I think mid next month or something like that. So
get on the 20th or something like that.
Get on top of it. But that's it. That's the only other trailer I got.
All right. Well, I got two TV trailers. One from Netflix, where Steve Carell is in a new show, which is helmed by the same people that brought you The Office, called Space Force.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Finally, you're speaking my language over here.
And based on the trailer, it looks pretty good. I don't know. I'm gonna give it. I'm definitely gonna give the show a shot just based on the credentials of everyone involved. But I don't know. The trailers seem kind of all over the place. I don't really know what to make of it based off the trailer. But I'm still looking forward to it. I'm still gonna check it out.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
I haven't even seen the trailer. I'm just gonna check it out.
I think that dropped either yesterday or today. I haven't watched it yet.
It seems kind of political because they're definitely bringing up where it's like, oh, who the hell is setting up this Space Force and shit, and then they definitely have like an AOC facsimile as like a congresswoman that like acts a lot like her. Where I'm like, this seems like it's, I don't know, it seems like way more like modern times political than I thought it'd be, but it could still be pretty good.
Okay, I'm into it still.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll definitely check it out. And HBO put out its trailer for its new series Lovecraft Country, which is being executive produced by Jordan Peele. And from what I could see from it, it takes place like in the 50s, and you're following I think like a lot of like black characters as they're going into like this county called Lovecraft Country, where it's just like a bunch of monsters and shit.
Oh, I think I inadvertently saw this trailer. It was playing before like a YouTube video, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then it like went to a title card of like by Jordan Peele or produced or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'll keep watching this. And then it turned into something completely different. I was like, oh, this looks way more interesting than I first gave it credit for.
Yeah, like it has like some horror elements, it looks like, to it, but I don't know. It looks fun, and it looks like especially like with it being a period piece too, it looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Love period pieces.
Very good.
What is so funny about that?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought you were going...
Oh, what, a woman can't love a period piece?
Easy.
Oh,
Easy.
God.
Whoa.
See, if anyone should love a period piece, it should be women.
Okay.
Wow. There it is.
Just saying
There
what we
it
all
is.
were thinking. Okay.
Yeah, because women just love it.
Women love period pieces.
Joel, just... God.
I'm gonna log off. See.
Yeah. You just hear his door slam. He just leaves it recording.
Door slam.
The car drive.
Plane flies overhead.
House burning.
That's all my trailers.
Kill it with fire.
All right on. Well, I guess that will bring us to the Tournament of Random Movies.
It will indeed, and Troy, there's been an unprecedented development in the Tournament of Random Movies.
Does it have anything
So
to
much
deal
so
with
that it involves
House of Wax?
Yes.
it involves a YouTube video that our much known listener Sam put up earlier today, because it is no longer hashtag Hiltoning.
It is not Hiltoning.
Because by one vote, Saw beat House of
Oh,
Wax.
thank God.
Thank God.
Yes.
Sorry, Sam.
I am
God
not
damn it.
sorry, Sam.
God damn it with the
He
House of Wax.
said he's never even seen the movie.
What is
he's
he, just
doing
a
it
Dave
out of
fan?
spite.
Yeah, it's probably he's lining up with Ghost Hunter Dave, sabotaging the world with his House of Wax BS.
It's not even that he's with GHD, he's just that he's against me, is what it is.
He just fucking hates Troy.
And I don't even think that's the case. He just loves fucking with my feelings, is what it is.
I thought you were going to stop short on that.
I got more to say on this. So,
Yeah, well.
Saw did win. That doesn't
Yes.
mean shit, because guess what? Me and GHD have a Patreon. And we just got not an anonymous submission to do a movie review commentary, but we have somebody that put in $15 to do a movie review commentary of House of Wax, and guess who it is? It's Sam's friend who won. So now I can't escape the movie at all. We are going to do a commentary over House of Wax for
You can watch
patrons
that
only.
alone in the car.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Keep that shit out of this house.
That's amazing.
Fantastic.
So all in all, I lose.
It's true. You lose
When you-
your
even when you
family,
win, you
lose
lose.
your... It's been good knowing you.
It's been good knowing me. Where is the audio of just
You packing
Mickey
your
Rourke
stuff?
saying, "You lose, you lose, you lose"? That's all it is. My life is now whatever this is.
It's been good knowing you. I'm just gonna take this out right here.
You're just gonna take those earbuds off, and
Just grab the children and leave. No, I'll leave the children here.
that is not fair. That's not fair to leave those
Been
kids
good,
here.
Been good knowing all three.
Going out for smokes and never coming back.
Oh, that's so. We've had this inside joke where, like, there's that fastball song. Where are they going without ever knowing a way? And so when we're having days where we're just like, man, I get it now. Like, I totally get that song.
I know where they went. I know where they went.
And I remember liking that song in like like 6th grade or something, hear on the radio and be like, "Ooh, it's so
Oh, yeah.
catchy." And now I'm
They
like,
drank
I get
up
it.
the wine.
And they started
And
talking.
they started talking.
So now we're having, like, he started
Everyone
playing in
can
the
see
kitchen.
the road that they walked on paved day ago.
Yeah. It's always summer. They never get old.
Summer
That's right.
it never gets cold.
Turns out they just killed themselves. Or whatever it is.
Yeah, he was making tacos last night for Cinco de Mayo after the kids were crazy all day, and I was working, and I come in, and he's like, "Okay, Google." Like, fastball. And I, like, it's getting to the point, like, either of us can play it, and we just get it. Like, that's where our life is at that moment.
Yep.
And it's become a great joke. Great family joke.
Yeah. Of just us wandering off in an RV, put in park,
Beautiful
just
joke
walking.
of child abandonment.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's just a joke we're sharing with you. Take it as you will. Children are fine. We're hanging in there real great with quarantine.
Yeah, you got it. That's what it is.
Oh my god.
Well, with all that said, we have one last quarterfinal match, which is Tropic Thunder
Oh,
versus the Grand Budapest Hotel.
That's right.
Grand Budapest Hotel for sure. For
Okay.
sure. I'm going to say that now and it'll sabotage you guys into watching. Isn't Robert Downey Jr. in blackface in that movie?
Easy. Okay, everyone always brings that up, but
Okay,
that's
'cause
addressed by
it
the movie.
Is seriously offensive.
It's addressed
It's
by the
also
movie.
a
be.
shit movie.
Like-
It's yeah.
They it's not like it goes unseen by the movie itself.
He's just doing it for fun.
He's an actor that gets way into his roles and goes way too method, and he goes like blackface in the movie, and all the black characters and white characters notice that he's doing this.
What becomes of it?
I can't remember because I don't think I've ever finished this movie.
I don't think
Tropic
I think I
Thunder.
turned it off because I was like, this sucks.
See,
The best part are like the fake movie trailers within the movie and like the beginning, and then it's like,
they're
I'm
so
done.
good.
they are really good.
I was like, after that, I'm just like, I'm
Yeah,
out of
those are
here.
pretty good.
I'm out.
Yeah. So yeah, what is it? Tropic Thunder versus.
Tropic Thunder versus the Grand Budapest Hotel.
A quirky quirk.
Another Wes Anderson movie.
Very good. So
Yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel's my favorite one of Wes Anderson's too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I also think that, and I still haven't finished it.
for crying out loud.
I
Here
am.
we go. Two
How are you
movies.
brothers?
I am.
Two brothers divided.
I am. Neil is. He's got more eccentric tastes
He's a
than
quirk.
I do.
He's a quirky chap.
I.
Yeah,
am
that's
not-
it.
I'm not a Wes Anderson fan.
I don't always like it, but I like him more than you.
I get why people like it. I just can't do it. It's
I
just
think
not.
Grand Budapest Hotel is far more digestible than his other ones, though, in my opinion.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens during this little round right here.
We'll
People,
see.
people cast your votes. Go onto the
Yeah,
Twitter
it's
sphere.
getting dwindled down. It's getting dwindled down.
I'm
We
gonna
have
go on right now.
the winner of that, and then we have Saw, Brewster's Millions, and Whiplash. One of these
Whiplash.
movies will be the winner of Turn Around Movies 9.
That's right. That's right. So go onto the Twitter at ReviewReviewPod. Throw on your vote. See what advances to the next round. And
Yes.
with that being said, we're going to jump right into the main event of the evening. Cripps Hemsworth himself.
Cripps! His brother Bloods Hemsworth.
Wasn't Cardi B a
Oh
crip?
boy.
No, she's blood.
Extraction came out April 24th, 2020. Had a budget of $65 million due to it being on Netflix. I don't have any other stats after it. I just know it was highly popular. It was in the top probably 5 movies for a long time. Well, at least since it's been out. And I think it's still in the top 10 movies of all everything on Netflix.
Last I saw it was
All
number
time.
8.
Rotten Tomatoes has it at 68%. IMDb, exact same thing, 6.8 out of 10. Metacritic a tad lower at 56%. And Parent Previews gave this movie a D.
Oh, gave it the D?
Gave it the D. That's right. So this is the director Sam Hargraves' first movie debut. He was a stunt double for Chris Evans for the Marvel movies for Captain America, and has since become a stunt coordinator for the Marvel movies. And so this is his first little directorial debut to go straight to Netflix, which I think is a pretty strong opening for a stunt coordinator. It's done so well, indeed, that Extraction 2 has already been greenlit and is in the works. So says Joe Russo. And that's about all I got for some stats. So, JT, you can do the honors or you can pass it off to either one of our guests, but what happens in Extraction?
Chelsea, what happens in Extraction?
They make a lot of extract. Vanilla,
Oh, I think you watched the wrong movie.
almond.
Oh, no!
A
You
lot
watched
of
that-
cheating, a lot of sweatpants, a lot of a pool boy. It's a whole
Oh.
thing.
I think you watched
Affleck.
the movie Extract.
Oh, shit.
Uh,
God damn it.
Shit. I am
Turns out
sorry,
we're all out
guys.
of Diet Coke.
God
We're gonna have to
damn
call
it.
Domino's and
Yeah.
have them deliver more Diet Pepsi.
After he got his ball shot off, just one ball. Why are we not just talking about that? I don't know.
That's a good-ass movie.
That is a great ass movie.
Somebody's gonna get their ass kicked. They don't shut the screen door.
Yeah, that movie's like a solid part of our life. Yeah, I could not tell you jack squat about Extraction. I have not seen a trailer, nothing. I do like Cripps Hemsworth, so I feel like I'm in it for that alone.
All right.
That's it.
All right, well, I guess I'll take over then, Chelsea.
Oh, thank you, Joel.
Unless you want to do it, Neil. Unless you want the honors.
Neil.
I'll take it. Let's do it.
We need more, Neil.
Shit.
We've got Cripps Hemsworth. Australian is shit.
Buff. Beefy.
So
Blonde.
he plays a mercenary or soldier of some sort, and he is tasked with retrieving a drug dealer's son from a certain ransom or doom, who knows, but takes place in India, and he's looking to get that boy back.
Is it a little boy
Will
or
he
like...
succeed? He's
Oh,
like,
like-
a teenager.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
I
like
feel
a
better about
teenager.
that.
Like, probably
Anytime
15.
it's children, I'm like, ooh, yuck. I'm down. I'm down. Thank you. Clarity.
Neil, you failed to say his badass name. Tyler Rake.
Tyler Rake. Whatever.
Ugh.
Who, in fact, kills somebody with a rake in this movie.
He sure
He
shit
does!
does.
He fucking kills a dude with a rake with his namesake. He kills a man with his namesake.
Yeah, so this movie, plot-wise, isn't going to blow people away. But I do think, regardless of that, everything around this movie is pretty well done.
It's just all Hemsworth.
Would you agree?
Absolutely. As I would also say, like, if you're looking to get some really deep character moments, there's like one in this entire movie, and it's pretty good, but like, yeah. You're here if you're here because you watched John Wick and you want more of that. That's
Oh.
what I'd say.
That's the level.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Like-
Makes me feel in tune. Just for that little reference. Well, John Wicked.
The best review I heard for this was that if John Wick was playing Call of Duty.
God.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the main plot is fairly cliche. Even like the big character moment that I think I know what you're talking about, Neil, is still kind of cliche.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think it does help deepen the movie just enough that it doesn't make it just like a waste of time. But the action
good.
scenes in this are great.
Oh.
And
Amazing.
There's actually one point where they do a single take action scene in this that is like, by the time you realize it's like, oh, this is still going as a single take, it's already gone on for 10 minutes.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
Like, the length of that single take action scene is 11 minutes and 30 seconds.
So does he do his own stunts in this, then?
Oh, I doubt it.
Hemsworth actually does a majority of them, actually.
That's cool.
It's probably some of the weirder, hard falls that he doesn't do, but I heard he did a lot of his own.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will say, without spoiling my review or spoiling like my thoughts on it, that this does have what might be my favorite car chase in a movie ever.
Oh yeah,
boy, yeah.
There is
that fucking car chase is so badass.
Yeah, there is I like all of the action scene in this are up to par with any like action scene that I've seen ever. Like they're great. Like the Russos are behind this. They didn't actually direct it, but like you put their names up with like Winter Soldier and stuff like that. There's like a knife scene that like is vaguely similar to the one in like Winter Soldier.
Get out.
In this, and it's great. Like it's still great.
Whoa.
Like, shut up, Chelsea. You thought we were talking about Extract.
I did not. Okay, I'm just playing it up. I'm hamming it up for the boys. Don't out me.
Also, that I also thought the cinematography was pretty great for this as well. Like all of the action, like people chasing the action, was great. Like there's parts where they're jumping across buildings, and the camera is also jumping across buildings with them, or like going through walls and stuff like that. I thought it was great. Like that's like my very first note that I have in this movie, that the camera work following the action is amazing. The single take shot through Mumbai is awesome, especially when like following in and out of the cars and jumping out of buildings. Like it's all that huge single take, and like the cuts are, you can't even see them. Like you know where they kind of are with like big hits and stuff, and the camera will swing around. But like I love it that there's parts where Chris Hemsworth will just throw the kid to another building or whatever and jump off the building to follow him.
Yeah.
And the camera follows him off the building and will just keep following him in and out of cars. Oh my god, it's great. And just for
I want to meet the cameramen that did this, because they seem fucking insane. Like I think I even like, saw like a brief little making of thing for this, and they show like the scene. They show like a part where during the car chase, like the way they filmed it was like a guy just sat on a car that was going the same speed limit as the car that Chris Hemsworth was in. Like they're legit going like almost 60 miles per hour down this road. And they literally, like, once they say cut, they just, like, slam the brakes on, and, like, the cameraman has to, like, run after they slam the brakes on, because the car was going so fast, and he's, like, not even faster than the car at all.
All I can think of is that video of Troy getting hit by a car. Sorry,
Oh
that's
my
my visual.
Thing.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a few times like you hear like a stunt coordinator or like a CG like an effects coordinator or whatever jumps on to direct a movie, and you're kind of like is it really going to be worth it? But like Deadpool was done by a CG coordinator, and this movie was done by a stunt coordinator, so like there's things that they know how to do. And so like coming through from the stunt action side, like this movie is very action heavy, and everything about it is very strong that way. It just said I think it does lack a little bit in the actual story, because there's not much to it. It's like, hey, this kid has been abducted, you need to get him back. That's it. Like that's the gist of the movie right there. There's not much more meat to it. But like everything in between that is a great sandwich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Multi-meat.
Yeah. It's
I
just
think like that's like the one thing that I kind of wish this did was like the way I wanted it to be more like Six Underground, was that it gave less of a shit about the story. where it's just like, hey, here's a guy that's trying to save a kid. Now you're following that. But I think there are parts where it's like, well, we have to do this to make it so that you care about them. Or like, I don't need to care about them. I just want to see you do cool shit.
Yeah. More things like it too, that I like that it is just a direct to Netflix type of deal, because I feel like you can take more chances with that. Like there's some pretty jarring parts to this where like, whoa, like I was actually surprised they did that in this movie, and I think due to it being on Netflix, that is a plus, where I don't think it would have flown in like a mass audience theatrical release.
Are you talking about when the dude chucked kids off the building?
Yes, I am talking about when the dude throws children off a building. Yes.
I get that was bad, but I think you could have. I think that still would have been in a rated R movie.
Yeah, I could see it still happening. Like I don't know. There seems to be like a trend in like movies nowadays where it's like, we're edgy, we're killing kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
However, okay, with that being said, don't take this the wrong way, but one of my favorite action scenes is when Chris Hemsworth beats up a bunch of kids.
Oh yeah. That's definitely my notes, is the scene where he beats up the kids is pretty great. That's my note.
But I think it's because he doesn't want to hurt them, so he takes them out in like really non-lethal ways, but they're all like there to shoot his face off. So it's
yeah.
So if like it'd be like you, if a kid came up to you with a sawed-off shotgun and threatened to shoot you, what you'd probably do to that kid. You're not gonna kill him, but you're gonna slap him around a bit.
Oh yeah, of course you're gonna slap him around a bit. That was like
Kid's gotta learn his goddamn lesson.
when those kids rolled up to him with guns and shit, and they're just so inept on how to do anything, and he's just slapping them around. Oh my god, I love that scene so much, where he pretty much just backhands them and they fly into a truck. Oh my god. Maybe I've been locked up too long, but that was great.
I think that was they knew this, like, for some reason they'd released this movie during like this whole pandemic where people are stuck with their kids, so they're like, let's release a movie where this guy just beats up a bunch of kids.
Parents are watching this, be like, we should totally do this to fucking
Yeah,
our kid won't shut up.
and I love the whole time too. He's just like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, you can see it on his face.
Yeah.
He's like, "What am I doing here?"
Yeah, he's like doing like fucking like oblong leg sweeps and just like fucking taking these kids out. That's another thing that I like about this is like, say what you want, he plays fucking Thor in this. He has like superhuman strength in certain scenes.
Oh yeah, where he like punches a dude and he like flies and bounces off a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like at certain points you're like, okay, this seems like a legit action scene, and there's other parts where it's like, oh, he just chucked a man.
Yeah, I did notice that too. It didn't really take me out of the movie because it didn't really happen all that much, but I did notice it when it did happen. It was like, man, he's really fucking strong to punch a dude and bounce off a hole.
What I realized in this is that, like, so it takes place in India, which I also will say about that, very interesting. You don't see many like drug lords out of India, so it's like kind of a cool to go there. But like,
He's like in Bangladesh. Like I think the son is from India, but it takes place in Bangladesh.
Right, yes. But he's like, Chris Hemsworth is like a foot taller than everybody. In this entire
He's a goddamn giant.
Yeah. I did appreciate that it was like an international cast. Like there was David Harbour in it as the one American.
Yeah.
This is almost like a foreign language movie because I think half the dialogue is in like Bangladeshi.
Yeah. I ended up watching it with subtitles only due to because I was watching it with like Macy and people in the room, so I couldn't even hear the foreign language being spoken. So I wanted to see at least some sort of emotion going on through the screen, regardless if I had to read it or not. But I think but I liked though that it wouldn't have given me subtitles for anything in a foreign language. Did you guys watch it with subtitles?
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, I didn't watch it specifically with subtitles, but when those people talked, it obviously said what they were saying.
Oh, did it? Oh, I must have missed it because I just assume anytime like a movie has subtitles and then you put subtitles on over top of it that they're just going to be over top of each other with words.
No, I think they have that figured out like a long time ago.
All right. I'll eat crow here. Okay.
I will say when we watched Parasite like last week that Hulu would not allow English subtitles because they were already in the movie. So like because like we watched everything with subtitles because Molly just likes having subtitles on. So it was like the minute I started playing Parasite, like Spanish subtitles were going over the English subtitles, and I was like, "Oh, fuck this!"
Oh boy.
See, Neil, that's what I'm talking about. Not always true.
Maybe Hulu should get their shit together. I'm just saying. I gotta say though, so if there's a direction that every actor or director should take in general, is that if you're going somewhere where like I'm going to Germany and these German people talk to each other, they speak German.
Yep.
Like they need to I think everybody needs to do that across the board. Like I think that just like makes the movie, any movie, far more immersive when you have like people not speaking English for the convenience of speaking English. Like
right.
I get why they don't do that. But like I think every movie should do that because I think it helps 100% with immersion.
I completely agree with that because they don't do that actually a whole lot. Maybe more recently they are doing it more, but like even then, like sometimes they'll just talk English in a German accent. You know what I mean? But like I really do like it when it's like, oh no, I'm hopping around the world. It's like in a completely different language. Why would they even speak English? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think even adds to like the atmosphere of the movie, especially when you're like following like an English speaking character, where it's like a definite fish out of water story, where it's like, oh, this guy's way out of his element.
Yep.
Yeah, and that comes in perfectly when I mean, it's not so much the language barrier thing, is that like you connect with Cripps Hemsworth when he's in that car chase scene when he misses his turn. And then it's like, shit, I was supposed to turn there and has to find his way back there.
I love that. I wish more movies would do that, where it's like, you're not doing everything perfect. Like, you like you're with him in that moment where he's like, I missed the turn, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so awesome.
So some criticisms I did have of the movie, so it is like a direct to Netflix movie. So I do think that some of the times they do go for CG elements, even though they are very light in this movie, they are very apparent. I can't think of one. I had it as a note, but I didn't dictate very much in my notes. But there was a few moments, like for a string of time going on, that they added like CG moments in where they I don't remember what it is. Probably like in the car action scenes where cars are flipping over and stuff. I think
that, and was the helicopter at the end
yes.
when she like shot the rocket launcher at the helicopter? I want to say that maybe was a little wonky, but I don't remember.
Like it's not horrible, but it does like it's not great either. And I get like the limitations from like it's not like a huge blockbuster movie, so they don't have like the time to do it. I mean, it is like $65 million, but that's still like really on the scope of things, not huge either. So it's distracting, but it didn't take it away from the movie as a whole. But anyway, that's like my only real note on that.
Yeah, it's not something I noticed too much.
No, and it didn't really happen all that much either, because a lot of it is done pretty practically. Even like the action, it looks like they were using squibs and stuff. But I did like that the action scenes, they did go for like we brought up earlier, like a John Wick style, where it is like a realistic, like he's running through people like tactically, and it's not just like he's shooting from the hip. Like he's got it up, and it looks like he actually did like gun training and stuff for all this kind of stuff.
So tactical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate like almost the professionalism of what it looked like when he was killing dudes, where it's like point blank, just pointing guns right in the dude's face and firing. Like
Yeah.
that was like more than half the kills in this.
Yeah. I even though I haven't seen all of the John Wick movies, I get what they're talking about when they have like a John Wick action style or whatever. And I'm really liking, I think a lot of movies are going to like take from that, and it's going to be kind of like overdone in probably a lot of ways, where it's like, okay, yeah, this again, I get it. But like even the action in this, when it's like close quarters, was really well done, where they all have guns pointing at each other, but like he's dodging like muzzles left and right, and he's just like shooting everybody point blank in the face. But like it's really well done from like just the gun perspective of it, near and far. I really liked all the action that in that style was really good.
Yeah, I really dug how you could see how he was getting his ass beat throughout. Like he spends like a good portion of this movie with his arm in a sling.
Yeah.
Like it seems like he's just like he's getting his ass kicked throughout, and then when you see like he wears it for a long enough time to where like at the end when he has it off, where he's like he has to put his game face on to make sure this kid gets out. You're like, man, you had your arm in a sling just like last night.
Yeah. And I guess it's to the point where even the cameo of David Harbour kicks his ass.
Yeah. I like David Harbour in this a lot. Like I want him to do more action stuff. Like he seems like this big burly fuck that could just like rip you apart with his mitts.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Like if they were to do another Sin City, he should play Marv.
Oh my
shit, yeah.
god. That's a good fucking choice. It's the best thing you've said all night. Besides Cripps Hemsworth.
And Cripps Hemsworth.
Cripps Hemsworth.
So there was a character earlier on in the movie that I thought was going to be like a bigger deal in this. And it's like that sniper that gets taken out. He's like a bearded guy earlier on in the movie. Because they seem to focus on him quite a bit, and then he just gets taken out, and he's no longer in the movie whatsoever. But I think that's actually the director of the movie.
It is. Yeah.
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 But
I think the one thing... Oh, go ahead.
Anyway, I just found it weird that they paid so close attention to him for like a few minutes for him to be nothing. You know what I mean? That's all I was going to say.
I think my biggest complaint about the movie was that I wasn't a big fan of the whole subplot with like the kid with the scar on his face. Like it felt like it was just kind of a thing built up to like, oh, this is the guy that ends up like, spoiler alert, this is the kid that probably killed Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
In his neck.
Yeah. I don't know. It felt like kind of like a forced in subplot. Like I wish they would have traded those scenes in for more scenes with Chris Hemsworth and like the drug dealer son to kind of like get more into their relationship. But it's like I felt like those scenes got rushed so we could get this subplot where this kid with a scar on his face is trying to prove himself to like the Bangladeshi drug dealer.
Yeah.
I agree. I think they could have kept it in if they just developed him more, because they do that scene towards the middle of the movie that kind of introduces him, and then he's just in it at the end to like be another kind of foil. I think they could have like almost sprinkled more in the second half of that movie to make him like more of a threat, or like I don't just like get him a little bit more used to the audience.
Yeah, I think I'm in between you guys because like I could have like left him out completely, but like I kind of like him in the movie, but I needed more of him in there because every time he got brought up again, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot you were in this movie. Like, when he's introduced on that scene where he's like they're chucking kids off the roof. Like he makes like a big deal about like, hey, I want to be like a part of your gang or whatever. I'll cut my fingers off. And then he's gone for a period of time. And then comes back where Chris Hemsworth beat the shit out of a bunch of kids. And you're like, oh yeah, I forgot you're in this movie. And then he's not in it until the end again. And you're like, oh, okay. I guess you got your whatever, your comeuppance. But still, it was just like either you have him in it more or not in it at all. Not like how, not
and
like,
I think like what they do with him, like I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm more on your side, Troy, where I feel like they could have left him out altogether because I think I wanted more bonding between Chris Hemsworth and like the kid because I feel like all of the scenes that they give them to bond are so cliche where it doesn't even feel like actual bonding. Like I wanted to see like actual like them really getting to know each other and like making it where it's like you want them to succeed together, that you like their relationship, but everything that they give them to bond, it feels so much like tell me about your family. And it's like, okay, I know this is going already.
yeah
Absolutely. But okay, if there was a thing that I did like, a character and an arc that I loved, was the kid's like bodyguard, like his I don't even know if it's like his bodyguard, but it's like, so this kid is stolen by drug dealers from another drug dealer, so like it's kind of an all shit sandwich all around. And the kid's family where he's from has like this main like head honcho guy who's incredible in this movie.
He's good.
I love like the double cross in this, that it's like this is just all gone south for everybody because it's just two drug dealers. There's supposed to be a money switch. Then the other family's like, nah, we're not doing that. Just kill them and we'll just keep the money. Like that's who that he has like an incredible knife fight with towards the end of that like huge long take thing. Mm-hmm. And that guy is awesome. And I love that like at the end or towards the end when he goes to team up with them and you're just like, oh shit, this is gonna be great. Like them two together, it's so great. He
almost gets more fucked up than Chris Hemsworth. Like by the end, his face is so swollen you can't even like tell who he is.
Oh yeah. Like at one point, like his nose is visibly broken, and I'm like, oh my god, that's a good effect. And he goes to like reset his nose, and just blood falls into that sink. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, he gets fucked up in this.
Yeah.
And then, I think his story is probably more heartbreaking than Chris Hemsworth because, like, they actually have him, like, calling his family, being like, Daddy will be home soon. And you're like, oh, you're fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I guess I never really thought of it. Like, I know he was, like, a big part of this, but, like, he has more character development than Chris Hemsworth does. Because Chris Hemsworth is so cliche of, like, I'm a soldier that doesn't have a family, or could have had a family, blah, 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 blah. Like, granted, like, there was that one scene where they try to give him more of, like, a backstory and, like, feed into that a little bit more. And it is cliche, but, like, I think it works for the movie. But I did need more maybe on why he's just so depressed and wants to just sit in the bottom of a lake all the time.
Chris Hemsworth is cliche in this, but I loved his character just based solely on the fact that he felt like the one character that out of like anything I've ever seen where he gave less of a fuck the most. Like,
Yeah.
I love that scene in the beginning where, like, those two Australian guys are talking about, like, man, it's a long ways down, right? And everything. And then Chris Hemsworth just sits up and then hands his beard to one of them and then just doesn't even, like, pause, just walks off the edge of that cliff.
Yeah. I had a question about that. Like, were they together or did they just camp near Chris Hemsworth, who was already sleeping on the ground?
Because
Because
they're sleeping on that rock and they just...
at one point, one of them thinks he might be dead. And I'm like, did they just come across this? did they just come across Chris Hemsworth or did they, like, with him? Like, I don't know.
Assume they were with him.
I can't tell. But anyway, yeah, he just gets up and just, like, literally casually walks off that cliffside to the point where the guy's like, holy shit.
But no, like, one of my favorite scenes, and that just based solely on the fact that it feels so cliche, but then it kind of, like, turns itself on its head where, like, the one woman from his team is giving him the mission, and he's like, I'll take it. But then he's so fucking broken and fucked up where, like, she's, like, having second thoughts about giving it to him. Where she's like, oh, fuck. Maybe I shouldn't be giving this to you. Or it's usually the other way around where it's like the hero's like, no, I'm not taking this. But instead he's like, yeah, I'll take it. And then she's like, wait a minute. I don't know if I should.
What? You're
Yeah.
damaged.
You're broken good.
But I
dude.
like that whole scene because it's like, in any other action movie, it's like the hero being like, the answer is no. But in this is like, yeah, I'll take it. I'm like, wait a minute, no.
Yeah, I like the subversion of expectations in there.
So overall, like, what are your thoughts on the movie as a whole?
I think it's like if you're just looking for a sweet action movie where you just don't need to be like involved in depth, like this is excellent. Like there's not much to like get invested in. Like you don't have to. It's not extremely long either, and it's just straight to the point. If you're just looking for a good romp, like this is it. I think this is like just it's a great, just straight to Netflix movie. Like don't get the. I get it that the title is a straight to DVD type title, but like you can't get like that all mixed up in this because like the talent behind it is very, very good. Like if you're into movies like John Wick or The Raid or cool things like that, it's way up your alley. Like obviously you're not getting the character development out of it, but like who gives a shit? Like it's so good just on its own that I think it's totally worth watching.
Yeah. I'm on the same lines. Like I do like it for the action alone, and it's on Netflix, so like everybody has Netflix, so just watch it anyway if you're looking for something fun. It is kind of lacking in substance, so if that's like something you're looking for, it's not really gonna be here. Granted, like a sequel is greenlit already, so maybe there'll be more in the future, like diving into this character a little bit more. So because the ending, so spoilers, the ending is a bit ambiguous on whether or not Chris Hemsworth is dead.
Any other real person would have been.
Yes,
But
I know.
Who was that blurry shadow in the background?
Right. So that's it. So like they have it kind of ambiguous that maybe he didn't get shot to death and drowned to death. he could
He
have
didn't
just
drown through a neck hole.
he could have just gotten up and been fine. Who knows? But I do think it is a great time, like while watching the movie. Like at any given point in time, I was never like, oh, this kind of sucks. So like I would applaud it for that. Like it's a great, like, fun time. If you're into like exactly what you said, Neil, John Wick or anything like that, like those movies don't have like a ton of substance to them either, and they're highly lauded for their great action scenes, and like they're just a great time. Like that's what this movie is. So JT, what's up?
So I agree with you guys for the most part. Like I do love the action in this, and yeah, the story beats are cliche, But the things I hold in higher regard than this are the ones that are like, they know that the story beats are second tier and they just almost eradicate them completely. like when we saw Six Underground, or even like the later John Wick movies. Like, you guys are comparing this to John Wick, and I do like John Wick, but I think the first one's the weakest, just based on the fact that by the time they got to 2 and 3, they were like, man, this story is kind of cliche. Let's go fucking nuts. And they'd start introducing fucking hobo gangs and fucking like killing dudes with books. That's why I think like this, it feels like the first John Wick where I liked it, but it was like, it felt like their story beats were kind of mandatory instead of like trying to capitalize on them, or just like getting rid of them altogether, to where they really show their strengths, as opposed to, here's our strengths, but then we also have to do this, so you have to kind of sit through this. Like, I still think it's good. I think it's still worth watching on Netflix, but I think they could have followed it.
Okay. So I think along those lines of it not being like off the rails crazy like the John Wick movies start to get, I agree that I think that's a direction it should go, but like, this movie to me is too grounded for that type of thing. Like, John Wick is a part of this insane Assassin's Guild type thing, which is like bonkers to begin with. But like, this guy is literally just like an ex-soldier mercenary type guy in a real situation with realistic type things. So like, I am not honestly clamoring for a sequel, even though it's greenlit, because like, Tyler Rake to me should just be dead. His name isn't John Wick. So like, I'm not bashing his name too much, but like, come on. And this movie is just too grounded in reality to do this again. I think it needs, like, if they wanted to do it again, if they want to do an Extraction 2, like, I think you get someone completely different and like more of an anthology type thing, rather than like, oh, Tyler Rake is back again kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I think this one didn't. That's what I think. It's just too real to be like too crazy.
I can see that. I mean, devil's advocate, the first John Wick isn't like all that outlandish. And it eventually gets there, but it is like steeped in more reality than John Wick did have in the very first one, like, where it's like he's a soldier of fortune and blah 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 blah, like, it's all very tactical, like there's all that kind of stuff. But I do agree that it would be fun to have this, if they're gonna do more versions of this, that it would be like an anthology series. That'd be fun, just to have like different action heroes. That'd be kind of fun. Like, there's not a whole ton of those out. Why not?
Yeah, like, make like this team where you get like former Avengers playing mercenaries.
All the Chris's, just get them in on
Yeah,
it.
get all the Chris's in there.
But yeah. So what would you guys throw? What grade would you throw this movie? JT.
Go ahead, Neil.
Okay. I think I had a lot of fun watching this, and I don't even know what to say beyond of what I've already said. Like, I'd give it like a B+. I'd probably say there, just pretty much for the whole package. But like, action wise, it's in the A's for sure. But like, just to give it a nice little touch of balance, give it a B+.
Okay. I think I'm around the same. I think I'm going to give it a little lower. I'm not by much, but maybe like a B. Like action wise, it's great, but if you're looking for like a story, it's not super strong. But I am above like what the other outlets are giving it in like the 68% range. I think it's a little better than that. It's more like you're going to have more fun than what the numbers show on like Rotten Tomatoes or whatever. So like I would give it like a B.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, Troy. I agree. It's a B. Like I said before, I think this has probably one of my favorite car chases in movies ever. Almost just based on how it's shot and everything. And yeah, the action's crazy. It's really good. But yeah, like the story beats are kind of ho hum to like predictable But beyond that, like, I mean, it's on Netflix. It's a fun watch. I'd say go ahead and watch it. So yeah, B for me.
Right on. So there you go, folks. There you go. Extraction. We rated it fun. It's fun.
Rated F for fun.
So is there anything else you guys been into this last week?
Neil?
Oh, you got it. We're just going straight Red Dead Redemption 2 for me. I know you guys are all in it too, but man, get on that hashtag bareback boys. We'll hopefully get some streaming of it going. We'll get like if it's possible, we'll see how that gets going. But like, we're having so much fun playing some online Red Dead Redemption 2, as buggy as it is sometimes. Listeners such as like OJ, he's getting in on it. It's so great. If you have Red Dead Redemption 2 on PS4, I've got some gang slots available. So pop that shirt off, get them tarps off, boys. Join the bareback boys on Red Dead Redemption 2, and have some fun. Have some fun with us.
Oh,
if there's cloth touching that back, you are fucked.
You're out. I'm kicking you out. We're gonna drag you through the mud with a lasso.
Right. We're gonna shoot off your head and then three-way lasso you and try and weaken to Bernie's you.
Yeah. The last few nights have been pretty great, minus me being puked on. But I would say that this has been a great time to spend my nights. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh my god. I'm
also,
so pissed that like the first time I went fishing was without you guys, and I caught like the biggest fish possible for myself.
And there's more than just fishing. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's a lot of bounties being had. A lot of
shenanigans aplenty.
Just boys being boys. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Nice.
Boys being bareback boys. I'll tell you that.
So
Also,
shit, yeah.
It's a different crowd if you search that hashtag. Let me tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Right off the bat, it is a different crowd. Anybody searching that hashtag on Twitter, but you will find our content.
Yeah. You might have to scroll down
we
a bit.
live like our backs free.
Very good input there, Neil. JT, anything coming up from you?
I haven't watched too much. Got more in depth on the latest season of Ozark, which is really good. And I brought this up to you the other day, but me and Molly have started watching Golden Girls on a regular basis. And the weirdest sitcom episode I've ever seen in my entire life is at the end of season 2 of Golden Girls. They try to do a pilot in the middle of a season of Golden Girls for a show that sucks so bad. It's awful. I suggest everyone check it out. It's the last episode of season 2 of Golden Girls. They try to get this show called Empty Nesters off the ground, where it's like a retired psychiatrist and his wife that all their kids have moved out, and they live next to a next-door neighbor who is a pilot who I guess fucks around, and it is the most god-awful episode of a sitcom I've ever seen in my entire life. It's so interesting.
Uh, yeah, you were telling me about that. I couldn't remember it to save my life, and for a while, like me and C Danger were definitely on a Gold Girls kick, and I couldn't remember this at all. But
You need to go back and find it because it is insane. The only introduction you really have to Golden Girls is that they talk about this married couple that lives across from them that are having marital problems, and then they go to their house, and the whole rest of the episode is them. It is fucking and they're not funny. And the only funny thing is they have a next door neighbor who's a pilot who is just an idiot. Like he's like their Urkel, and like there's like a part where they say something he doesn't like, and he's just like, "Oh no!"
Oh shit! Oh no!
It's literally you have to fucking watch it. It is so bad. I was so fascinated by it that I went on the IMDb page for that episode. And it's chock full of reviews of people being like, this is the worst episode of Golden Girls ever. What the fuck were they thinking? Blah, blah, blah. Like, it is so fascinating.
Nice.
I might just go check it out just singly. Just that one episode alone. Just check it out. Why not?
It's insane. I think me and Molly were folding laundry while we were watching it, and halfway through it, we just stopped folding laundry and just watched it because it was the most insane thing ever.
Anything else besides Golden Girls?
That's about it.
I checked out that Parks and Rec new reunion episode. Guys, if you're a fan of Parks and Rec, I don't know if I'd even go back and really watch this, really. Only if you're
really?
like a super fan of it or curious, like, to the most degree. Because it's mostly just COVID-19 prevention. Like, that's all really it is. Like, it does have everybody in it. And it does, like, go into, like, now Gary's the mayor of Pawnee, and it has like bits like that, but it's just, I don't know, it's not really all that great. If you're curious at all, it's 20 minutes long. It's even on YouTube. So like, I mean, I don't know. That'd be my only reason to watch if you're curious. But other than that, like, I didn't get much enjoyment out of it at all, to be honest. It does have a good You Heard with Purge segment. So like,
oh, good.
Oh, fantastic.
That's good on it. And a Joan Calamezzo segment, but like to all 20 minutes of it, I don't know. Not really. I don't know. I wasn't a fan.
Shame.
But it is more of like a.
Have you watched any of those SNL at Home episodes yet? I know
Yeah.
SNL's still been going on.
I watched the second one and I thought they were pretty strong. Like, granted, like they're trying to do like a whole different thing, but there's the second one that they did. Shoot, what's his name? Pete Davidson like has a whole music video that's really, really great, and Kate McKinnon and A.D. Bryant have like a fun like grocery store commercial in it where it's like they have all these things that are still in stock that nobody wants. Like, that's really great. And dude, that they're filming it at their own houses and trying to splice it together makes it even better.
I saw like an animated thing online where they did Middle-Aged Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's really good. It's super depressing.
That was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, that's good. That's in that same episode. But yeah, I've actually been enjoying quite a bit because it's more or less like every single cast member like having to come up with something at their own house and like it getting to contribute that rather than just like having to be a part of like this huge group and skits get cut and stuff. Granted, probably stuff still gets cut, but I think it's pretty great.
That's pretty interesting.
For being what it is, like I think it's still a fun watch. So I would still say check that out. I also started checking out like there's an animated Mortal Kombat movie that's out right now. It's like Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge or something like that.
I've heard decent things about it.
I haven't watched the whole thing. I only watched like the first 15 minutes of it. Due to it being very violent, and I didn't realize it was going to be as violent as it is. And I turned it off because like there's just head chops aplenty and like inward gut like like when Scorpion chops a head, you see the inside of the head. Like it's very violent, and like Macy is in the room and she's already has like this obsession with anything going wrong. Now it's dying, and I'm like, oh god. So like I don't really need to have her watching people being butchered by Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So like I plan on going back and finishing it, but like so far it's pretty strong. I'm not like super high on like the character design and animation, but I would say the character design more than the animation. The animation's pretty smooth, but otherwise like it's so far pretty strong. I'm into it, so check it out if you want. And then the last thing is like I rewatched Star Wars Rise of, or what's it called? The last Star Wars movie.
Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Thank you. Just rewatched that with Sea Danger. I still hold strong to the opinions I had when that movie came out. Like I feel like it's one of the weaker entries of the Star Wars franchise. She hasn't seen it yet, and so it's finally on Disney Plus, and we watched it. And she liked it. But like I don't like it as much as she did. I can't.
Even though I just got Disney Plus, I decided to watch like Endgame and like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I'm actually not itching to rewatch it at all. Like I don't know when I'll get to it.
Yeah, I felt like it had so much to do after The Last Jedi, and I don't even know like whose fault it is. Like, is it The Last Jedi's fault, or is it Rise of Skywalker's fault? I don't know, but like it started out very strong, I thought, with The Force Awakens. Like it's the Star Wars for a new era. It's kind of going back to basics. Here it is, starting off this story, and then it just took a left turn, and then it's just trying to course correct. And a lot of things in there, I'm just like, why are you choosing to spend your time on this? I don't know. Like it, I just couldn't get behind it.
That whole final trilogy is so fascinating because it's literally like watching like if a trilogy was a competition between two directors.
Oh my god! But even like the fan base behind it is like, hey, come fix this, and then he tried to fix it, and it's like, hey, the last one was better. It's like what?
Yeah.
What? Star Wars fans are the most annoying fans.
It's like it feels like I don't know, like I think it's like what like the problem with movies nowadays in general, where like they're trying to hire all of these directors that are visionaries, but then once they get them, then they're like, "But do what we want you to do." Where it's like, why are you hiring someone that's creative and saying, "Don't be creative, do what we want to do"?
Yeah.
I
don't know. It's I don't know. The Rise of Skywalker, not my favorite, so I just redid that, and that's part of my life now. So that's what it is. But that's all.
If we talk about like things that we've watched 15 minutes of, that you brought up, that Scorpions thing. I watched like the first 15 minutes. A Mel Brother movie, Code 8 on Netflix, and like. The first 15 minutes, I'm actually kind of invested. I kind of want to go back and finish the rest of it because it's kind of fascinating.
What was it again? You were cutting out there a little bit.
Oh, I watched like the first 15 minutes of that movie Code 8 that's on Netflix, like the Mel Brother movie.
Sure.
And like the first 15 minutes is kind of fascinating. I want to go back and rewatch it because they build up like a whole like alternate past where people with superpowers like built all of like the great things in America.
Yeah.
And now we're getting to a part where like automation and machines are taking over, and now all these people that have powers are now considered enemies because they're like considered too dangerous. But they're like the people that built this country, and it's like fascinating where like it's like the combination of like these people with powers like being salty towards humans because they're the ones that built everything, but yet also like the fact that like we've discovered machines so we don't need them, but so now they're the enemy and like all that stuff. It's like it's kind of fascinating so far, so I kind of want to see where they go with it.
Cool. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. So I'm kind of into it. Code 8 on Netflix.
All right. Right on. So if people want to get a hold of you, Neil, where could they do so?
Well, heck, you can find me on Twitter at Dino Neil Man. You can also check out my podcast I do with a couple other buddies, Credits Due, on any other podcasting network.
It's good stuff. I'm a fan.
Same. It's a good show. I'm actually looking forward to like binging a few episodes because I haven't been listening to any podcasts while I've been like self-isolating. So like I've got a ton of stuff to listen to once I actually get back to doing anything outside of this house. So I'm looking forward to it.
Is there any word on what actor or actress you guys are doing next?
Well, we're actually taking a short hiatus, so that has yet to be determined.
All right.
Fair enough.
So take some time for yourself.
Oh, we are. It's mostly for the other people who have kids that...
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, that means we'll have to have you on more often then, Neil.
Yep, sure. I'm free.
JT, anything else you've been into? Or sorry, no. What are your? I don't want to know what any of that. Where is your social?
Well,
media?
I've been watching Golden Girls.
Fuck.
But hey, when you're not watching Golden Girls, you can always find me at Bucky Forever on Twitter, also Bucky Forever on Instagram, Bucky Forever on Snapchat. Troy.
Hey, find me at Troy to the Max on Twitter. Find us both at Review Pod on Twitter as well. While there, you can vote for the Tournament of Random Movies.
It is Grand Budapest Hotel and Tropic Thunder.
Very good. So throw in your votes while it is still open. All of our new episodes are uploaded onto reviewpod.podbean.com, as well as every other podcasting site out there, such as Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And if you rate, or if you listen to us on there, rate and review us there, because that helps other people find the show. And if you want to write into the show, you can do that at reviewpod@gmail.com. That's going to do it, I think. Boys,
That's right.
We did good work tonight. Chelsea clocked out early. I don't know if you heard her mic turn off, but she was out of here as soon as it
ghosted us.
Yeah. As soon as pretty much extraction really started, she was out ski. So she was gone.
Yeah.
Which is
fine.
But
anyway, hey, go ahead.
No, I got nothing to add.
Okay. Well, for Monday, we're starting our new franchise series. Last year we did Fast and Furious. Now it's all about Star Wars, baby.
That's right.
We're doing a Star Warrantine. And we're starting with, of course, Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And because we've probably covered a third of the movies on here already on our show, we're going to spice it up by having a special guest host for every episode. We're bringing on Coach Havens, who has not seen a single Star Wars movie, and he's going to watch it from in chronological order, every single one of them. And I have it on good authority that he has some things to say about Episode 1 for Monday.
I also find it that it's very odd that he's not starting the way people should start it at Episode 4. He's starting at Episode 1.
Yeah, he's not starting at Episode 4 because I told him not to. because I am fascinated with the idea of the social experiment of watching someone try and dive into this series in chronological order.
All right, very good.
So tune in for our first episode of Star Warrantine with old Coach Havens, where we talk about episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Awesome.
And then for Thursday, because I need Troy to suffer a little bit, we are going to talk about probably the quintessential quarantine movie. We're going to possibly bring on a special guest and talk about Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe in The Lighthouse.
We got a very, very varied next few shows coming on here.
Yeah. I am convinced you are going to fucking hate The Lighthouse. And I can't wait to hear you talk about it.
All right. Very good. Sounds good, I guess. All right. So that's going to be this show, people. What do you think we're doing here? What? Let us know at reviewpod@gmail.com. Otherwise, look forward to what we got coming up. We got Star Warrantine coming up with C. Havens. He is going to be watching for the first time, which would be great. We got The Lighthouse coming up Thursday. Otherwise, any final thoughts, anybody? Gentlemen?
No.
Stay classy.
Great. Stay classy and no. Very good. So until then, I have been Short of the Max Extreme.
And I'm JD3K.
Awesome. And for Dinosaur Neil, we are off.